So it's taken about a couple months for me to review Amazon Luna. And the main reason for that is that it's just not quite ripe yet. I was hoping to see some new features and new things kind of come along. And we're still at this sort of beta phase here with it. It's still not early access even, so. But Luna itself, the technology does work. It's a cloud streaming service very similar to what you see on GeForce Now, and mainly competing against things like Google Stadia and Xbox Game Pass. So it's able to stream games directly from the internet either into the browser, into your phone, sort of, or through a Fire TV stick. More on that a little bit later. And you'll be able to use any gaming controls that you want to use. I primarily use this as intended with the Luna controller and Amazon Fire TV stick. I treated this like a console. So between basically my PC and my TV is where I sort of used this, used Amazon Luna here. Now, like I said, the service works. The app is actually pretty nice. It's pretty easy laid out. You can figure out kind of how to navigate it. Just click into a game and brings up information about it. You can see different trailers. You can see different people playing on Twitch and whatnot. You get a little bit of information about it. You click on play, the game loads up. And load times are brought on par with what you've seen with Google Stadia, pretty much in that space. It doesn't take too long. There's no fast app switching with this, so when you close out one game, you're going to have to reload that game again, even if you switch to another one. So there's no game sitting on standby here in terms of that. So the way Amazon is promoting Luna, it's very subscription based. So when you get the base subscription with Luna, you get the games that are included there with that. And they've been adding games sort of along with that, but you get unlimited access to those particular games. Right now, they also have Ubisoft available. So if you decide to add Ubisoft, you can add that for an additional cost per month. And now you get access to all the Ubisoft games. There isn't an ability to buy games directly and with it here. So that's gonna differ. So some people may wanna buy per game because they wanna just have that particular game. Some people might wanna save the cost on that because they want access to many different games, to play a lot of games from different places and whenever they want to. Now, the downside I see of the subscription side of things is because they can pick and choose what stays in a subscription or not. So if it's a game you like and they decide to pull it, you really don't have those options, versus there's a little bit more you can get with a game that you've decided to purchase in terms of leeway of being able to kind of hold on to that game, so to speak. So it's gonna be two different camps with that. It really depends on how you feel in terms of how you want to spend money on gaming in that regards. Now, so like I said, the service itself works. Game stream work. They look good enough. They're all in 1080p. They don't look too bad. Good enough for modern gaming. I can't really complain about that. I played a mix of 2D and 3D games and modern games and classic games, and all that works for the most part. The trouble that I mostly had here is this controller. It's very Amazon basic. It's not terrible, but it's not great. So you get this, you can add this on for $50 to get the Luna controller along with your subscription with it. It comes with a clip for the phone. We'll get into the phone stuff in just a minute. But you can use this along with your Amazon Luna, and it has Cloud Direct technology into it, so it should have low latency and be able to connect and play the games. And there is some latency, I'll tell you that. Now, there are times where you don't really notice it, and most of the time I can game and it's pretty fine, but there are definite times where I do notice the latency when pressing a button. It is definitely noticeable there compared to Stadia, where I've seen that a lot less. Definitely in games that are more old school, like 2D games, stuff like that, there are definitely some delays that I'll see with that. I was playing a pinball game and that was having some delays as well too, and that was a little bit more modern. The controller itself, just like I said, it's Amazon basic. It doesn't feel great. The triggers are pretty mushy. It feels like they just kind of took the controller that they had from the Fire TV Game Edition and slapped Twitch's colors on it and just kind of said, well, here you go. A little bit of texture, put a Luna thing. It just doesn't feel like a premium controller or a step up like you would sort of expect. Like I have the Stadia controller here, and while this is kind of made of the same plastic, the buttons on here just feel better on the Stadia controller compared to the Luna controller, which feel mushy. This D-pad is absolute trash. Like this D-pad is awful. So if you plan to use that, it's just, ugh. It's mushy, it can't really move around well. If you gotta rely on D-pad actions, you're gonna have a bad time here in terms of using the D-pad with the Luna controller. Another thing that I didn't like here is that the Luna controller is $50, but to be able to play on your TV, you're gonna need at least a third gen, or I believe third or fourth gen, basically an Amazon Fire TV stick that has 4K capabilities to be able to stream games using Luna. So I had to go buy a whole brand new one. I felt that should have been bundled in here with this, because Stadia at least bundles it in with a Chromecast Ultra, so you get the benefits of both. They didn't even bundle it in here with this, and I think that's kind of lame, considering that most of the advertising about this is pitching this to be able to work on a TV. You know, it's supposed supposed to be treated like a console. That's who they're aiming for in the advertising, so I treated it and used it exactly that way. It's just disappointing I had to buy extra components to kind of get to that point. Now, I do like that there is a dedicated desktop application for Luna. It just feels more sort of gaming complete with that. I don't know what's the best way to sort of describe that. We have like, dedicated apps for like Steam and things like that. So I do like this dedicated app versus just going through the browser like they have with Stadia. Speaking of apps, it's a little disappointing that there isn't any real apps available for iOS or Android. If you want to use those, you have to go through the browser basically. So basically what they do is you go through the browser, then you create a shortcut on your home screen, and then that allows you to be able to game on Amazon Luna through there to be able to use it. I wish there was dedicated apps instead, but that's what the best gonna get so far. It is early access. Let's hope that we get some better dedicated apps coming up in the near future for that. But it's hard to totally judge this because it is in a beta. It is early access. There's a lot of things that still need to happen. I mean, Stadia has a lot now in comparison to where it had a year ago, and we'll be talking about that in a different video. And I figured probably 6 months to a year from now, we'll have to revisit this again and see what they have improved with Stadia, because right now, it's just very Amazon basic. It's just a simple service that works. It's really about the tech, not so much about the gaming. And we need to get a little bit more into the gaming side of things before I really can pass judgment on this. Like I said, it's a service that works. I wish the controller was just a whole lot better than what it is. I see the potential and I'm excited for it for those that are looking for this type of gaming here. Niche for right now, but I can't see that niche group sort of grow. But we need to see a lot more with this before I can really pass true judgment along here with it. But that's what sort of my thoughts here about the Amazon Luna. I did talk about Google Stadia about a year ago, so if you want to see that, I have an unboxing app, and I'll have a video that's going to be updating pretty soon. If you want to see the unboxing of this controller and see what everything it comes with, you can check out that video. That's been pretty popular with you guys very recently, so definitely check out that video. And speaking of tech, I've been moving a lot of our tech content here to a different channel, which I'll link up here, where it's more of our tech focused stuff. I'm going to be using this channel here to be mostly about the gaming stuff, which is what a lot of you guys like on here. So they're going to be focused more gaming here, tech, and on that channel as well too. So if you like that stuff along with the stuff we have here, give a check out to that channel as well too. And wherever you jump to, I'll meet you there. Thanks for watching.